So hello everyone. Today we will be solving second weekly contest. There were three questions. Find the difference, elimination game, and a perfect rectangle. Let's go to the contest page. Okay. Hmm, There are three questions. Let's solve the first one. Find the difference. The question states that we are given a two strings S and T, and string S is generated randomly by shuffling S. Okay, and adding one more letter at random position. Okay, so we have to return the letter. For example, if there are ABCD and T has ABCDE, so the extra character is E. Also, the second example, there is no string S and there is Y extra in T, so we have to return Y. Okay, and it only has lowercase English alphabets. We can solve it by simply sorting both the strings. Okay, let's do it. S dot and sort t dot begin t dot end. Okay, now we will traverse from first index, and whichever is the first non-repeating character will be our answer. It's pretty obvious. I less than n I plus plus. If s of I is not equals to t of I, we have to return t of I, or else we would just return t of n minus 1. Let's declare n as well, n equals to t dot size. Let's see if it is running fine. This case handles the last case when it is the last character, that is e, non-repeating. Let's submit it. We can do it with another method as well. We can just sort out everything. Uh, If you know, the property of a SOR is if we sort the same characters A with A, then it gives 0 as output. So if we sort out every character of S with every character of T, the remaining character, which is E, will be our output. So let's do it as well. Int SOR equals to 0. Okay, let's traverse through the string T dot size. Okay, SOR equals to t of I. Also SOR equals to s of I and return SOR. In one case, it won't be there. Is if I is not equals to last one, that is t dot size minus 1, because one extra character is there in the t string. So let's run it. I think it should run fine. Yes, let's submit it as well. This is better approach. Also, we can do it another way. We can just store the count in an unordered map, that is A count, B count, C count, and while traversing to the T string, we can remove it as well, and the remaining character will be in the map at last, and we can just output it. Let's do it as well. Unordered map of char comma int. Let's call it this. Okay. Let's traverse through first of all. Okay, we would put t of I in the map. Okay, now we can remove it as well from the string while traversing from string s mp of s of I minus minus, and whenever mp of s of I double equals to 0, we can just place it. Okay, and the only remaining value, that is this, will be our output. Let's run it. Yes, it is running fine. Okay, now second question. Okay, medium level. You have a list array of integers sorted in increasing order. Apply following algorithm. From left to right, we have to remove first number, every other number after. Okay, repeat the previous step. Right to left. Move the second most. Okay, keep repeating. Okay, so here we are given a value n, that is 9 numbers are given in an array 1 to 9, and we have to start from left index, that is 1, and we have to skip one place and just remove every element, that is 1 3 5 7 9 should be removed first. The remaining characters 2 4 6 8, then we have to traverse from backside and remove that 8 4. Similarly, after 2 6 will be remaining, and when we remove 2 we get one value, that is 6. So we have to return 6. If n equals to 1, then there is only one element in the array and we have to return that. The complexity is 10 raised to 9, so we have to write the most optimal approach. We can't write a code in square and log n like that. So what we can do is we can just keep track that which direction we are moving. Let's say we are moving from left at the start. Okay, we have to keep track of number of remaining elements, that is initially n. Also we have to see that uh, how much. Okay, so every time we are increasing the first element by 2, 2 plus there 0 is added, and here 4 is added, so step size of the initial value is 4. We can see that we can just keep track of first index every time, and the last value which is left in the array will be our answer. So we just try to change the first value only, and answer equals to 1 as well. We can traverse until remaining value is equal to 1 till okay. If we are moving from left direction, then the first value is changing, and when we are moving from back direction right side, then there are two cases, that if number of elements are odd, then the last value will be removed and we have to change the index. So okay, we can say that if remaining elements is odd, so we can just do this, then we have to change our answer value, or else we can just keep it same, and every time we would divide by 2, step size would be increased by 2, Also left will be changed to not of left and just return the answer. Let's run it. Okay. So if it was given n equals to 11, then we can say that there would be 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 values would be remaining. And yes, it's running fine. You can submit it. I think you understand the logic. Yes. Let's solve the last question as well. It's hard question. Okay. Given an array rectangles and rectangles of I denotes xi, yi, ai, and bi. Okay. The bottom left point and the top right point. Okay. Return true if all rectangles together form exact cover of the. Okay, I got it. So we are given four values, that is 1 comma 1 is the first value, the bottom left index, and 3 comma 3 is the top right index. So we can say it will form a rectangle. Another value is 3 comma 1, okay, and 4 comma 2. So it is again a rectangle, or you can say square as well. So another value 3 comma 2 and 4 comma 4, it is a rectangle. So we have to say that all the values combining form a single rectangle or not. Here we can say it is not forming, so returning false. Here it is overlapping, also this is false. Okay, so what approach we will use is we will mark the bottom left and top right corner as +1 and this values to be -1 every time. And what it will do is whenever another point is overlapping with it, so this -1 and +1 will nullify each other. Similarly for this and this square, here it is -1 and for this square it is +1, so it will nullify it. So only four corner points will remain at the end, and we can count that non-zero values which are remaining are they equal to 4, and we just return true. Okay. I will write the code and explain you the logic as well again. We have to create a map of pair, because it is a two-dimensional grid. Okay, find empty. Okay, we can traverse through all the values of rectangles, that is auto of rectangles, and just store the value in the map mp of a of first and okay this indexes, so mp of 0 comma a of 1, we should increase the value, that is +1. In the top right corner, that is this mp of a of 2 comma 3 is also increased, that is +1. We would assign this and this to be -1, so we can see that mp of a comma 0 comma 3, this is this coordinate 1 comma 3, 1 comma 3, and the last one mp of a of 2 comma e of 1, that is we are assigning this value to be -1. So it will traverse through all of the values and it will store the value of number of ones at each places. So at 3 comma 1 it will store +1 for this, and afterwards when it will traverse through this, it will mark it as +1 and the previous one will mark it as -1, So it will nullify and this point will be removed. Similarly, this, every points will be removed and only corner points will have non-negative values. Okay, let's store the count of number of non-negative values. Okay, traverse to the map. If a dot second is non-negative, is non-zero, that is, it hasn't been nullified, and also its value equals to 1 minus 1. Okay, so absolute of a dot second equals to 1. Then we can just say, okay, if it is not equals to 1, then we can just return false for it. And we can increase the count to find the values which are 1 and minus 1. And at the end, we can just check that if count is equals to 4 or not. If it is, then it will just see return true or else false. So let's check. Okay, it's running fine. Let's submit it. Okay, that's all for this video. Thank you.